Welcome back to News Nation. It is a tense waiting game in Albany, New York right now, where the fate of a same-sex marriage bill could have a ripple effect across this country. Crowds might be a bit smaller, and as they were, at least that we saw yesterday, but still many people are out at the state capitol. State Republicans have been behind closed doors for hours now, and it is not clear if they are talking about whether they will bring the bill to the floor for a vote. Lawmakers are also tackling rent control for Manhattan and property tax cap. The same-sex marriage bill needs just one more vote to pass. And joining me now is U.S. Senator Kirsten Gillibrand, a Democrat from New York. Senator, thank you for your time. Before we went to commercial break, we said you added a little Washington muscle behind this debate. What influence have you had, do you believe? And certainly Senator Chuck Schumer, who's been involved as well.
Well, I think marriage is an undeniable human right, and all loving and committed couples should be able to celebrate by having a marriage. And so I've been calling the undecided senators, Republicans and Democrats, to talk with them about why I feel so passionately about the issue. And I'm hopeful that when we do have this vote, we will be successful. So
you make your case, and what are you getting in response here? Because quite honestly, we know where people stand on this. There's no new evidence or no new research. It is a matter of what you believe and what you don't. So how have you been able to persuade on this vote?
Well, I've talked about why I'm so passionate about it, that every loving, committed couple should have that right to celebrate that love among their family and be recognized by their state. It's a basic human right, and I don't believe that any politician should ever stand in the way of that right. So I've talked to them about their views on the matter, what they think, but I've also talked about other votes, similar votes, when we voted, for example, to allow gay couples to adopt, or when we voted in the state to make sure we couldn't have bullying against young kids because they're gay. And so these are issues that they've been debating for a long time, and that this is really just a measure of full equality, making sure that they can have full marriage equality, and a real statement about justice, about fairness, about who we are as a state and who we are as a country. And that's been a very compelling argument for a lot of people when I've talked to them about it.
And of course, we've seen protests now for 2 days, both sides represented there, wanting their voice heard. But what are you hearing is the roadblock? What is the holdup at this point?
Well, what I understand is people are just debating to make sure that there's certain religious protections in place. And I think that they can find that common ground where they can guarantee full marriage equality and make sure that a church can still operate as a church. And we don't intend to change the operations of a church. We want to be able to have marriage equality as a state issue.
What are you hearing of the odds at this point? I mean, we're down to one vote that is needed here. Quite a difference than the last time there was a vote on same-sex marriage here in New York. But I got to tell you, day by day, you wonder if this is going to happen here.
I think the governor has done an extraordinary job of really making a call to action for all New Yorkers to fight for what they believe in. And this is really a grassroots outcry. Men and women, families all across New York are asking their legislators to please support equality, because it's our values, it's what we care about. And one issue I've focused a lot of attention on is a lot of our gay families are having children right now, and we want to make sure those children are protected like all families. My husband and I and my children are protected by state laws and federal laws, and I want to make sure that all of my friends who are gay, who are having children, that those laws accrue to their families as well. We want to protect all New York families.
All right, Senator Kirsten Gillibrand, thank you very much. We greatly appreciate you making time. I know you're very busy. Thank you.
Thank you.